Another day, another build, ladies and gentlemen, beautiful people, what is going on? Welcome back to my channel. Now, I have to be honest with you, my friends, today I actually couldn't wait to start recording this video featuring mobility mouse build because I was genuinely surprised how big of a difference it made and how much more fun I had in the mighty mouse. Because you know, if you have been following my channel for a long time, then you know my relationship or my take on extremely slow heavy tanks, especially if they are massively big, especially if they are massively slow as well. Basically house on wheels, like mouse, type 4, type 5, those type of vehicles. As we all know, all those tanks come with a special, really unique feature, which is a built-in magnet, which catches artillery shells and premium rounds like no tomorrow. This magnet is especially big if the vehicle is slow. This magnet is even bigger if the vehicle is slow and big at the same time. And this is the case over here. But as I said before, I was genuinely surprised how big of a difference just couple equipment units, actually, equipment units, consumables, directives, crew skills can do on one vehicle when we are focusing on boosting the mobility. And this is the key thing you have to keep in mind when watching today's episode. I know this is not the most optimal build for a vehicle like this, but we wanted to test it out, we did test it out, and I was surprised. This is the point over here. It is not the most optimal, it is fun, it is memey. And we are all up for that, right? But I have to say, at first, when people recommended this build or wanted to see this build being tested, I was extremely skeptical about it, like how much it can actually change if you tune a couple things. Can you even notice the difference? Actually, you know what? Why am I trying to prove anything with my words? So let me show you a clip which features this mobility mouse compared to the standard mouse, which has really good crew, which has the standard equipment units, what usually 90% of the players are using with the standard consumable setup as well. Let me show you the difference side by side. First of all, let me say a huge shout out to the business who is on the left with the map style mouse, who was able to help me out recording those clips to you. What can you see on the screen right now are two different mouses. On the right side, this is my mouse with the mobility setup, with the mobility equipment, and on the left side we have completely standard mouse. You know, brothers in arms, couple crew skills, completely standard setup, what most of the player base uses on mouse, and you can see the difference right away. Ladies and gentlemen, this is standing still, hull rotation, hull traverse comparison. Started at the same time, and the difference is quite significant. And let's do the same one more time. This time let's hold turrets still and the inside view for you as well. And once again, you can see the difference with your own eyes, with your own two eyes, or one eye or three eyes. I'm not here to judge. Of course, you can boost the so-called standard mouse on the left side a bit more. You could boost the hull rotation speed if you use the hull rotation directive, for example, if you have that crew skill already researched. But I would say, this is just my guess, most of the player base doesn't use it, so the mouse on the left side does not use it either. Next up, next test is turret rotation speed, because many of you do not know that. What I have under button number 5, that premium gasoline, did you know that it is actually boosting your turret rotation speed as well? How much? Well, not crazy amount, but once again, you can see the difference. I started a bit earlier, just a tad bit earlier, but not as early as the end result is going to show you. Turret rotation boosted as well by the gasoline, but of course you are using gasoline on the cost of not carrying any medkit action. And now let's combine those two things. We have fully rotating mouse and fully rotating turret, and you can see there are not too many medium tanks which are able to circle mouse to death now, or are they, ladies and gentlemen? Boom, already done, and the left mouse is still going. So now hull rotation difference, let's see the timer on the clock, 32 seconds, 31 seconds, mobility mouse is done, and still going, damn, still going. The difference is like, just to be on the safe side, let's say 8 seconds, 8 to 10 seconds, 7 to 10 seconds. Let's be even more on the safe side. Now quickly, acceleration test. Well, clearly Mobility Mouse is going to beat that test. All 3 tests. Once the standard mouse accelerated a bit earlier, then I accelerated a bit earlier, and the final test, we both did it perfectly, we both started perfectly, and you can see the difference. Once again, Mobility Mouse wins. And we did one more test, climbing up the hill. Hill climb test, of course, Mobility Mouse wins it once again, clearly, but, well, it is not a competition, it is just to show you the difference between Mobility Mouse and the standard setup, the standard built mouse. Now you know. So now, let's talk about the actual build itself, how I was able to get this type of mobility. Let's take a look at the equipment setup, consumables, and all that. Now, that being said, I have to say that this build actually has couple variations what you are able to use if you want to do the same, like full mobility setup over here. But there are 2 equipment units which are must-have, and you can play around with the third slot. You can see that mouse actually has 2 survivability slots over here, so all the survivability equipment units are getting extra boost, quite a big boost as well, let me add that. But you know, like for us, we're having fun, we were testing it while streaming, we were having a lot of fun testing this build out, and speed, mobility build for me, in my opinion, like this is just my personal opinion, was a lot more fun. Now, must have turbocharger, which is going to give your engine power extra 10% horsepower. Secondly, must have additional forward transmission plus 5 km per hour to top forward speed. And the final slot, at the moment, I was just testing out additional cruisers, class 1, which gives our vehicle plus 5% to vehicle traverse speed and maintaining speed on any terrain type, basically improving our ground resistance numbers. But in this slot you could also use this thing over here, which is improving your traverse speed of a stationary vehicle a lot, and this makes a difference. For example, look at this, 20.87 using this over here, and if we use that from 20.87 up to, sandbox is slow as always, up to 22.25. Improved onboard gearboxes. Activated when certain events occur in battle. So this is when you're stationary, when you're not moving. This is when it kicks in. Plus 12% to your vehicle rotation speed. Now, additionally, what you could use over here, and I think what I am going to use at the moment as well, just in couple gameplay battles, or 1 or 2 battles, we'll see, is venting system, which is going to boost your traverse speed as well, but on the top of that it boosts so-called hidden driver skills like acceleration, maintaining the speed and all those things. If your driver is better, your vehicle moves around better on the battlefield, and venting system is improving that. On the top of that, if I apply venting system over here, you can see the difference. Like rate of fire, gun reload time, gun rotation speed, aiming time, accuracy, DPM, all those things are going to be buffed at the same time. On the top of camo, on the top of view range, signal range, and all those things. So, because it is also improving our driver, our acceleration, rotation speed, let's apply venting system, and let's see. Boom, so this is the equipment setup we are going to use at the moment. Now, talking about consumables, it's really interesting because you see this number over here, plus 10% to engine power, and we are using premium 105 octane gasoline as well, which gives our vehicle plus 10% to engine power and turret traverse speed for the course of the battle. Number 1, engine power, it's really freaking important. Secondly, turret rotation speed on mouse is really freaking important, and it boosts that as well. You can see that both those things are boosting the engine power by 10%, but look what happens if I hover over the engine power. Turbocharger, is indeed boosting it by 10% exactly. From the current HP, from the starting horsepower, this tank had 1750, 10% is 175, but octane, 105 octane gasoline is boosting the engine power by 10% from the current one which we had after we applied this equipment unit over here. So the gasoline is boosting the engine power by 193. So mouse with over 2000 horsepower engine, ladies and gentlemen, in this game. All of this is boosting the specific power almost by 2 power to weight ratio, by 2 horsepower per ton power to weight ratio, for a 190 ton heavy vehicle. This is like day and night difference, ladies and gentlemen. The reverse speed is getting boosted by directive, chocolate, venting system, brothers in arms, off-road driving skill, clutch braking. And let me actually show you how little the difference is, how little the DPM difference is, what you are sacrificing compared to the standard equipment units on mouse. So the mouse on the left has exactly the same equipment setup like we're using in the garage, and the mouse on the right side has the standard equipment units. Let's say we have improved ventilation over here, we have tank on rammer, we have coated optics just to boost the view range, all the same cruise skills, food, and maybe like if the equipment 2.0 goes out as it is over here, maybe people are going to use some survivability things in these survivability slots as well, so the difference is going to be even less important, and you can see the difference right over here. DPM, yes, we all know that we are going to lose a bit of DPM. Reload time is slightly over a second longer. We have faster turret rotation speed because of the gasoline. Aiming time is exactly the same. Accuracy is exactly the same. DPM is 284 lower. I couldn't care less about that to gain all this mobility. 368 extra horsepower. We have better boat weight ratio, higher top speed. We have better rotation speed, hull rotation speed. View range, yes, is not as good, but 470 meters is still good enough for me. This is mobility mouse, ladies and gentlemen. Let's play a battle in it, and let me show you this tank. And off we go, ladies and gentlemen. Yes, I know you cannot even see the mouse because of the mobility, because it is so freaking fast, but yeah, all jokes aside, let's drive into the action, and I did catch the first artillery shell, ladies and gentlemen. Okay, I need protection. I have to be honest, we have triple artillery setup over here. We do not have any medkits, so I need your maximum protection, please. This is the biggest. And I'm actually happy. And you know what? I'm actually genuinely happy. We did catch all the artillery shells. One mouse, all the artillery shells catched, actually. And I'm happy it happened, because this is the biggest flaw, the biggest drawback of this entire build right over here. If we are boosting the mobility to the absolute max, which means we have to use both those things. We have to use octane gasoline, and we have to use chocolate as well. Artillery and crew members being critically damaged. This is what can kill your entire battle right from the get-go. Like, for example, on this open map, we had extra mobility. Now, imagine if we had 20 kilometers per hour top speed. It would have been even worse. I would have been out there even longer. And it would not have been that much fun. Well, it wasn't fun at the moment as well, but it would have been even less fun with slower mouse. You can see how easily it can keep up, or how easily it can get up to the top speed, and how easily it can maintain that top speed. We have ELC over there. Mouse is cruising in. We have extra engine power, and you see what we are able to do. That's actually ridiculous. That is actually ridiculous how fast we are able to drive up there. Artillery is non-stop sniping at mouse, non-stop hitting those big houses of vehicles, because like this is the easiest target to hit. This is what I mentioned. Those vehicles come with this special feature, which is artillery magnet, artillery and premium round magnet, and that was a blind hit, by the way. Hopefully that was into a hit into a Scorpion G. As is visible. You can see the acceleration. You really feel the acceleration and reverse speed as well. Let me add reverse speed. Let me mention reverse speed as well. Reverse speed is also something you can feel, literally feel. Nice, good shot. Good shot, Des, good shot. Well done. Okay, what do we have over here? Now, as I said, we're going to lose DPM. Yeah, we're going to lose some DPM, but how often are you able to use your DPM to the max anyway? Tell me, how often are you able to keep your mouse button down? Hold your mouse button down, non-stop, just using your DPM to the max. How often are you able to do that? Not too often, right? Not too often. Is anything else over here? Standard B. Standard B. Maybe we did hit standard B before. I don't know why that 257 is not going off. 30-34. Come on, please get it. Please get it. This guy is climbing up the hill slower. Maybe that guy is actually climbing up the hill slower than I am. Now, let's angle our butt. Let's angle everything. And let's put that shot once again into someone, hopefully. That was a miss. So that basically confirms that our first blind shot was a hit. You can see, like, I simply cannot stop mentioning it. You can see the acceleration, you can see the climbing speed difference, you can see older things, you can feel it. That is such a minor tiny thing, but yeah, you can feel it. We are not getting spotted, so that means nothing is over there. And I think we can start moving forward. Now I think we can start moving forward. Now I do not want to start catching artillery shells though. I really do not want to do that. Oh boy, 26 kilometers per hour mouse. I actually went 26 kilometers per hour downhill. 26 kilometers per hour. Oh, artillery. Oh, artillery. Nice, revenge. At least one revenge. Okay, standard B is using heat rounds as expected. Right. My turret rotation speed hopefully helps me from getting flanked. That was a miss again, and artillery. And our radio operator is dead, and nothing brings back the radio operator anymore. Sadly, we do not have a medkit, so nothing brings back. But it is always radio operator. Radio operator likes to die first, all the bloody time. I'm not going to lie, we could use some scout assist over here. We could use some scout assistance over here. Okay, let's see. This is the ultimate test for the mobility, ladies and gentlemen. This is actually the ultimate test for the mobility. And we are able to do that. We actually are able to do that. Oh, that ramming though, that ramming speed though. Okay, artillery, I need your help. And, okay, that didn't happen. We got circled, but we proved our point. E50 was coming down his hill, full speed, and he was not able to fully circle us to death because of the mobility, because of the gasoline, extra turret rotation speed, and so on. Yeah, we got gangbanged. I'm not going to lie, we did get gangbanged. We died. They played better. But mouse, you still did good. I just wonder how many artillery shots we ate. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6. Not too bad, right? We were hiding, we were trying to hide quite a lot. 6, not bad. And we have one blind shot as well, so good job, mouse, good job. Well, it was a loss, sadly. At least we did top damage, and our blind shot was a hit, so nice. Let's jump into the next one. Oh boy, ladies and gentlemen, this is going to be the jam, or mouse is the fly in the jam on Ensk. This is the map mouse wants to be on. You get the point. It is a city map. Let's go. Let's see. One artillery, so hopefully not getting focused that much, but on the city map it doesn't matter too much anyway, and you can see I can extinguish that fire with one mouse button. Look at that. Boom. Fire gun, because no extra effects in the sniper view. This is how you are not getting distracted when you shoot something, when something blows up, when something goes up in smokes, and so on, so on. Come on, please, come out, come out, come out, come out. Peek, 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 peek. Boom. I had the angle, actually. I had the angle. I'm pretty sure I had the angle. To do that, to take that shot, and we are in the position. Here is IS-7. Did it just get spotted the first time, or what happened? Is IS-7 moving away? What is happening right there? I was aiming into the lower blade. Sadly, it did not go. It did not connect where I wanted it to connect. Boom, we can do wiggle wiggle. Our wiggle wiggle game is a lot better now. And boom. No brain rounds needed. Our wiggle wiggle game is a lot better. Yeah. That should be a penetration. Nice. Okay, it is quite a muscular fight over here. You can feel you can smell the testosterone, or however you say that. Whatever it is, right? Let's go. He's going to angle. More. And less. Okay. Repair kit used. Let's try to bait out the shot, maybe. Come on, take the shot. Take the shot. IS-7 has still not fired yet. That was not IS-7, that was our IS-7 actually. Ay. Na. Oh, nice block by gun. That was actually quite a nice block by the gun. You know what, let's back up. Let's use our crazy good reverse speed. Let's use our crazy good reverse mobility, and let's back up from this action. I'm not going to use any primo rounds in this battle, because in my opinion this tank does not need that. I am not going to use any primo rounds whatsoever. Okay. I refuse to do that. I got myself into a lot better position. Bounced. Nice. And that 60 DP is going to be destroyed now. And mouse versus IS-7. IS-7 gave up on me, and IS-7 is also dead. There is full HP 100. And maybe because of our mobility, ladies and gentlemen, maybe because of our improved 25 kilometers per hour top speed, we might be able to get into the action to deal some more damage right over there, like tracking, whatnot. 2,800 damage, 3,430 bounced. And I believe that is going to be it. Can we raise our damage to 3,000? Yes, we can. Easy breezy. 4 is actually back in the base. And let's turn around, ladies and gentlemen. We are able to reposition. How painful was that before? Now it is 5 kilometers per hour top speed, less painful to reposition. And we didn't use any primo rounds, which is, yay, great success. Great success, like Porat would say. And yeah, ladies and gentlemen, this is mobility mouse. This is the mobility mouse build. As I mentioned before, you can boost the hull rotation speed more if you use the hull rotation equipment unit. This build has different variations. In this case, I was using it with improved ventilation, because it indirectly, well, one stat gets directly boosted and indirectly it boosts some other mobility things on the top of that. So yeah, feel free, have fun. Mouse for me now personally is a lot more fun, but at the end of the day, as always, ladies and gentlemen, you are going to be the judge in the comment section, or hitting that like or dislike button, depending whether you enjoyed, whether you like this type of stuff or not. Second by damage done, not bad. I'm happy. This is the mouse, a legendary mouse. And those two battles actually showed the mobility quite nicely. The last one did it a bit better, I would say, especially the ending, the circle denied, E50 mount circling denied by this mobility. Yeah. Let me know what you think about that in the comments down below. I hope you enjoyed. I catch you next time with something else. Stay awesome, stay sexalicious, take care, and bye.